All right, so there are three main tips, well, micro organization tips when it comes to keeping data. And so we're going to get into the first one, which is categorize data using folders. And typically, you're going to have data from the beginning of the school year to the end that is recurring. So it's best to organize data based off of months. So I'm going to show you my example I have here. I have my example folder, and in it, my data is separated by month. And further, when I click on to a folder, it's going to get into tip number two, which is actually use specific file names. So sometimes when you receive files, you might get something that is like super general. It might say data number one, or it might say February data. Well, you might have a lot of data in February, so you need to be specific and name your documents specifically. So here on my documents, even if they're long, the thing is you can click on them to see what they are. So that shouldn't be a big deal. But like I put school discipline referrals week of August 5th to August 12th. But in that way, I'm able to easily click and see. And then same for this one. I might have recurring meetings as a social emotional team. So I'm going to put social emotional team meeting notes, but I'm going to put the specific day, because if you're putting the specific date on there, then that means that there will never be a duplicate of that note unless you met twice in one day, which rarely will probably happen. The third tip for keeping data: do both as you go. So do not wait until the last day of the school year. I'm telling you, that's going to be a headache. So categorize the data, use specific file names, do both as you go. Don't just save the file the way that it was sent to you. If you need to rename it specifically for the way that you're organizing things, go ahead and rename it. You can always go back and rename files. You have that option. All right. So again, this is your time. You need to get organized because it's going to make assessing your data so much smoother and easier once you do.